Hi guys, it's Saturday, you're here with Mikey, and this week our topic is homemade trans. I'm one of those people that makes a lot of really bad life choices, so I can't really give advice on what you should do. Most of my advice to people generally consists of what you shouldn't do. Fortunately, at least in the context of this video, not so much in the context of my life, I have a lot of advice on what you shouldn't do when trying to transition at home. There are a lot of reasons for people wanting to home make parts of their transition. I understand that costing can definitely be one of them. Binders and packers aren't exactly cheap. Discretion can be another one, because obviously if you're under 18 and you need to use your parents' credit card, you can't exactly be ordering a rubber penis online without arousing a little bit of suspicion. So it's something that makes a lot of sense, and thus it's something that a lot of people have come up with solutions for. I've read countless ways to make your own binders and make your own packers. I'm going to start by talking about what I did, which is what you shouldn't do, and then I guess give some advice on what you can do. I made my first binder myself, which was a terrible idea because I knew no other trans guys. I had no idea what I was doing or how to do it safely. Just in general, it was... And what I did was I basically got this giant piece of calico and folded it over 8 times or so until it was about that. And then sewed it up at the sides, so it was one big long strip, put holes in both ends, and then tied it around my back like a corset. Yes, this is a terrible idea in hindsight, but when I made this binder I was 14 years old and I couldn't really think of anything past, oh god, make my chest go away, please make it go away. So there were some bad life decisions there. I've probably permanently messed up my back with the stress of that binder. My posture was terrible. It didn't have any straps, so I was like constantly hitching it up my shoulders like this. Just in general, not a good decision. Unfortunately for me, at the time I didn't really have any other options because I wasn't out to my parents and I didn't know anyone that could give me any advice on getting a binder, and even then finding $80 or so for a binder to be shipped internationally was probably not an easy task. So there wasn't really much that could be done. I was kind of just doomed to be unlucky in that regard. What I wish I had done now, and what I would advise other people to do if they can't get a binder, is to get sports bras. And yes, I know that they don't bind anywhere near as well as you might want them to, but the next trick is that you need to learn to sew. It's a bit tedious and old-fashioned and boring, but I'm sure a lot of people have sewing machines at home. If they don't have them at home, they might have friends that have them. And I would advise you to learn how to use a sewing machine. They're really not hard if you have a look in the manual. And then not only can you alter things, you can also, if you get good enough, make your own binders. Bandages, I know everyone mentions bandages, but really don't use bandages, don't do it. They're not effective and are terrible for your breathing. Same goes for cling wrap, tape, anything like that. I can almost guarantee you that as long as you're making a binder with material that has some sort of elasticity, it won't do as much damage to your back as things like bandages can, because they're designed to restrict, and breathing is not easy with them. Just make sure you do use something that has a bit of elasticity in it, because as I discovered by using non-elastic fabric, it is really not fun for your ribs. But I would absolutely recommend getting some sports bras and trying to alter them first. Your options as a trans guy, and I'll probably talk about this more next week, but are so much more opened by being able to sew. Especially because you're probably going to be a bit smaller than a lot of guys, and being able to take stuff in and get bigger things so you can tailor them to fit your body size is actually a lifesaver. That's about all I have this week. Mikey's run out of things to say. What's happening to the world? I will see you guys next week when we talk about fashion, and it's going to be a really long video. Until then.